Welcome to the training for the Go Zone Automated Trading Bot, A through Z. This video will encompass pretty much everything from what to expect from the moment you sign up to how to set up and use the bot, including tips and shortcuts. By the time you finish this video, you should have a good grasp on how everything works, and this tool should be a breeze to operate. This promises to be a lengthy video, but a very informative one as well. Before we get started, please pause this video, read our disclosure. This video is for information purposes only. There's always an inherent risk of losing capital when trading, so never risk money you can't afford to lose. Okay, let's get started. Here's a list of topics we will cover in this video. I would highly suggest you watch each segment. If you decide you would like to skip around, I will put a timestamp for each segment in the description below. When you sign up for the Go Zone ATB, we will process your request and send you an email with the files that you will need to download to your MT4 account. You're allowed 2 accounts per subscription, 1 demo and 1 live. They must be your accounts. I will need the login numbers, not your password, just the numbers found in the upper left-hand corner of your charts so we can add you to the database. This portion of the process is not automated, so a little patience on your part is much appreciated. Usually this happens pretty quickly. The worst case scenario, you'll receive an email within 24 hours of signing up. As soon as you sign up, you can email us with the login numbers to help speed up the process. First on our list is we're going to install the Go Zone ATB Indicator, along with the lock levels and the Go Zone countdown timer. Okay, our first step is to install the ATB Indicator. After downloading the files from the email that was sent to you from Go Zone Trading, you're going to go to your file folders. You're going to go to Downloads. You're going to scroll down to where it says Go Zone ATB. You're going to highlight it and right-click it. You're going to copy that file. You're going to close this out. Then you're going to go to the file folder on your MT4. Click on it, File, then go to Open Data folder. That will open. Then you go to MQL4, double click. Go to Indicators, double click that. Then go over to any spot, right click and hit Paste. And there the Go Zone ATB is installed. Click that off and go to your indicator list. And you see the Go Zone ATB is not there. So just right click where it says Indicator, hit refresh, and it should be there. And there it is. So you do the exact same thing with the lock levels and with the Go Zone countdown timer as well. This is the end of section 1. Okay, section 2, we're going to install the Go Zone Automated Trading Bot. Okay, to install the Go Zone Automated Trading Bot, same process as before. After you've downloaded it from the email that was sent to you, you want to click on your files. You want to go to Downloads. You'll find the Go Zone ATB. Highlight it, then right click, copy it, close this out, go to File, Open Data folder, go to MQL4, double click it. Instead of going to Indicators, we're going to go to Experts. We're going to double click that. And we're going to right click and hit Paste. And there it is. Close this out. Go to Expert Advisors. Right click it and hit Refresh. And there it is. Section 3, set up a default template. The reason you want to set up a default template is for time savings. Once you have this set up, anytime you open up a new chart, all of your indicators will already be on your chart and you're ready to go. If you want your charts to look like the charts that you see on the Go Zone Academy. Then what you want to do is open a new chart, right click it, go to properties, and then change the colors. First off, let's go to common, change from the bar charts to candlesticks. Back to colors, and we're going to change the background to white, foreground to black, bar up, black, bar down, black, full candle, or screen, bare candle, red, line graph, black. We'll leave the grid alone at slate gray. And that should be it. This a little bigger. And there we go. Now next, we want to apply all of the indicators. We're going to go click on the indicator list, go to custom. Let's put on the Go Zone ATB. This is going to come up. We're going to go to common, make sure both of those are clicked. Inputs. Here is where if you want to set alerts, screen alerts, email alerts, push alerts, this is where you do that. Then you just hit OK. And there you have it. All right, let's add the other indicators. Custom. Go to the countdown timer. This is going to put the timer in the right-hand corner here. If you want to do a specific time, like London time, Australia, Hong Kong, this is where you set that up here. I'm just going to set this up to do the minutes. So 9 is kind of small. Let's make this the 16. And I want my countdown timer to be blue. And hit OK. And I'll change it from 1 hour to 5 minutes. And there you go. Okay, our next step is to apply the lock levels. So we're going to go back up to our indicator list. Click on that. We're going to go to custom. We're going to find our lock levels and click on that. We want to make sure we go to common first, make sure both of those boxes are ticked, and go to inputs. And here are all the lock levels. All these colors can be customizable. These are the default settings. All the opens, the daily, weekly, and monthly opens are green. All the highs are medium blue. All of the lows are magenta. All of the closes are red. Once those are all set, you just click OK, and there the lock levels appear. Without even looking at the label, I know this is a daily close, I know this is a weekly close. Scroll this down, I know this is a weekly low, and I know this is the daily open. So it's very easy to learn this color coding, and that's our model at Go Zone Trading, Trading Made Easy. Even though the Go Zone ATB is going to be doing most of the heavy lifting, especially when you're day trading, it's always good to know what's going on in the market. So having these indicators on your charts at all times will help you tremendously in your trading. Section 4, Troubleshooting the ATB. Okay, for whatever reason, if the Go Zone ATB disappears off your charts, all you have to do is try switching from different time frames. If it doesn't come back up at that point, go up to Tools, go to Global Variables, and where it says Go Zone, highlight it, delete it, and then hit Close. Give it a second and the indicator should pop back up. If you've done those steps and it has not come back up, please contact us at gozonetrading.com and we will get you sorted out as soon as possible. Section 5, applying the Go Zone ATB to a chart. First thing you want to do is go to your header on your MT4 account, click on Auto Trading. Next, you want to go to Expert Advisors, find the Go Zone ATB and double click it. And here is the setup for your trading plan. Before you get started on this, go over to the corner and look for the Go Zone ATB and make sure you have a smiley face. If you have a frowny face, that means that your auto trading is not on, and after you wasted your time setting this up, the bot will not activate. So you want to close this down and make sure you have the auto trading turned on. We will now walk through this trading plan setup line by line so you'll know exactly how to input your trading plan. This is a setup page for the Go Zone ATB on the MT4 Expert Advisor. Here we will input a complete trading plan for the ATB to execute. We'll go through each line so you can get a better understanding of the power of this tool. The first section we'll be looking at today is risk management. Here is where you'll input the amount of your account you want to risk in this trade. Industry standards recommend you do not risk more than 2% of your account on any given trade, but again, that's entirely up to you. Whatever the percentage you choose, the Go Zone ATB will do the calculations and place the proper trade. If you know the lot size that you're comfortable trading, you can enter it here. By entering a specific lot size, the ATB will override the percentage field and place the trade as you dictate. Here's where you input your stop loss. This is to protect your account in the event the trade goes completely against you. On longer time frames, you obviously need larger stops than on shorter time frames. Your stop factors into your lot size when using the risk percentage per trade field at the top of this input page. So knowing the market you're trading is very important. Every broker has a minimum stop loss they will accept on each trade. You must know what that minimum is. If you do not and you set the ATB to enter a trade below your broker's minimum, when there is a signal, the ATB will enter the trade and then your broker will promptly stop you out, causing you to lose capital. This is why you paper trade, so you can test the limits of the market and your broker. Trading time parameters. Here's where you'll set the time you want the ATB to trade. In the opposition, the bot will ignore the next two fields and will turn on as soon as you finish setting up the rest of your strategy, and not shut off again until you do it manually. If you want to trade specific times, then turn the ATB to the on position. The start time is when you want the ATB to turn on. This is very handy if you want to trade when a market opens and you're completely unavailable. This is always the time on your chart. For example, if your broker's data feed is in the UK and you live in Asia and you want to trade the FTSE 100 when the market opens, then you would set the ATB to start at 8 a.m., even though it may be 2 p.m. where you live. It sounds confusing, but simply put, the time you want the bot to turn on and off is always based on what your chart says. The end time is when you want the ATB to stop trading for you. If you're in a trade when the bot shuts off, the ATB will still manage your trade as if the bot was still on until its conclusion. However, it will not put you into a new trade. You auto close on Friday. If you're trading longer time frames and you do not like to stay in an ongoing trade over the weekend, this will close your trades at the time that you indicate here if you have this feature turned on. Entry settings. This is how you're going to enter each trade. Buffer pips. Every entry is done by confirmation, which means the confirmation candle must trade higher or lower than the setup candle depending on the direction of the Go Zone ATB indicator. The buffer pips is how much above or below the setup candle the market must trade before the ATB triggers your entry. On slow-moving markets, this may be set at 0. On fast-moving markets or longer time frames, you may want to set it at 1 to 5 points. Again, this is up to you, the market you trade, and the time frame you're trading. The exit settings. This is how you're going to manage the exit of your trade. Exit percentage. This is how much of the trade you're going to close when the trade comes out of the go zone. You can exit 100%, of course, but as you see, I have this set at 75%, and I will show you a little later in this video why. Partial take profit. To be successful, you always want to take profit when the market is going in your favor. This is just good, solid risk management. You want to set a realistic number that your market should be able to hit in a normal trading day. Ideally, double of what your stop is, but it doesn't have to be. Paper trading will give you a great idea what this number should be. Partial take profit percentage. This is the percentage of the trade you want to close when your partial take profit target is hit. Again, you can put whatever percentage in here that you want, so long as it does not exceed 100%. Pros claim a good practice is to close out 50% of your trade when this target is reached. Final take profit. This is the number that you would love your trade to hit, and if it does, you're happy to close out your trade and be out of the market completely, even if price action is still within the Go Zone ATB indicator. Why would you want to do this? Well, if you know your market well, you know that on good days the trend will go so far and then start to retrace. If you're choosing a final take profit at the normal high of that range, you have a good chance to avoid the inevitable retracement, thereby maximizing the profit on this trade. Maximum loss gain settings. Total daily loss. This is the percentage you are willing to lose while the ATB is turned on any given market. For example, if the Go Zone ATB is on while you're at work and it's a horrible rangy day in the market and you suffer many small losses, your count draws down, in this case 10%. The bot will shut off. As good as the Go Zone is, it cannot control market conditions, and nothing works in a rangy market. You can set this number to be anything you want. No one wants to have a bad day in the market, but it happens. With the Go Zone ATB, you have the peace of mind knowing your account will not be blown out while you're not looking. Maximum gains. Many of you are wondering why you'd want to put a cap on your gains. Well, let's say that you're in the market and it's going crazy fast in your direction in anticipation of some news or report later in the day. Your account goes up by 10%, which is a fantastic result. Then the news comes out and it's not what people expected, and the market is perplexed on the news and doesn't know what to do and goes into a range. You then end up giving back most of the 10% that you were up. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. All that remains is to click the OK button, and the Go Zone ATB is ready to execute your trading plan without hesitation, stress, or emotions. Okay, Section 6. The Go Zone ATB Hacks, Tips, and Shortcuts. Okay, our first tip is how to remove the Go Zone trading bot. The first way you can remove it is by double-clicking Go Zone trading bot on the expert advisor, and this notification will come up. Do you really want to stop the Go Zone ATB and execute Go Zone ATB on the charts, NASDAQ? Say yes. And you can see the Go Zone bot is set to go on. Instead of hitting OK, just hit X. The bot is gone. The second way to remove the bot from your chart is, you can see the bot is on. Just right click the middle of your chart, go to template, and click default template. The bot is now removed. The third way you can stop, it doesn't remove the bot, but it'll prevent you from entering into any trade. And I highly recommend when you first start using this, when you're done trading for the day and you're not trading longer time frames, you're just day trading, you want to make sure that the bot doesn't put you in any additional trades. Just go up and click auto trading off. The ATB is still on. However, since you've turned off the auto trading, the bot will not work. As you can see, if you look at the little smiley face, it's no longer smiling, it's frowning. So that means that the bot is not going to work properly. Now this is good if you've I have multiple charts open, and possibly you've left the bot turned on a different chart and you think that you're all closed out, you walk away. Nothing more shocking if you come back and find out that you've lost a bunch of money on a chart that you thought you've closed out. So always turn the auto trading off at the end of your session. Okay, my next tip is a shortcut to setting up your trading plan. Here I have a NASDAQ pre-market. This is off hours. The cash market doesn't start for several hours. I want to trade the off hour market. Instead of going through and adding the Go Zone trading bot and filling out this whole trading plan, what I'm going to do is, once I have this, I've already filled this out once, and then I saved it as a template. All I have to do is click here, go to template, go to NASDAQ 5-minute off, that's what I named the template, and click on. The bot's on, it's all set, and I can go up here and double check and have all my settings. On the off hours, I don't use as big a stop as I do on the cash hours, or as big of take profits. So this is all set to go. It only took a matter of seconds. Now I do this on all the markets that I trade regularly. With this tip, it only takes me moments to set up for my trading day. The next tip is, once you've had the bot set up, do not change time frames. Anything that you change or mess with after the bot is set up can affect how the bot executes your trades. Many day traders like to check different time frames, but instead of bouncing around from the different time frames on this chart, simply open up another chart. I'm on the NASDAQ 5-minute now, so if I want to check different time frames, I just open up another NASDAQ chart. You can see this does not have the bot on. You can knock yourself out, go to any time frame you want. Just do not alter the time frame on the chart that you have the bot set. Okay, the next little tip is, if you would like to see what your current settings are on whatever chart you're on, all you have to do is go up to where it says the Go Zone ATB, click on the smiley face, and your current settings will come up. If everything looks fine, just hit OK, and everything is kosher. Now, if you want to go to the Go Zone Trading Academy, all you need to do is go up to your countdown timer and click on where it says GoZoneTrading.com, and it'll take you directly to my website. You can go to the Academy and watch the additional training videos there. Okay, let's move on to section 7, the pause button. Okay, this is the pause button. When it's red, it means that the bot is paused. When it's green, it means the bot is active. Now, why would you use the pause button? Well, as you see here, after this nice run up, right after the open, the markets start to retrace, and we have a setup candle that's going short. Now, the setup candle is a 60-point candle. My stop on this particular trade is 50 points. So this candle is much too large for a setup candle for me to want to get in on confirmation. So before this candle would close out on the 5-minute timer, I would have paused the bot. So I would have clicked this pause button, and when this next candle opened and went down, normally it would have put me into the trade. But since I had the pause button on, it did not. And then as this retraced back up and came out of the Go Zone, I didn't suffer any losses. Then when it came out of the Go Zone, I simply took the pause button off, and I was ready for the next signal to go short. That is the main use of the pause button, but obviously you can pause your charts anytime you want temporarily with this button. Okay, section 8, second chance button. You would use this button in several scenarios. First, if for whatever reason the Go Zone ATB did not put you in on confirmation, you could enter the trade manually using this second chance button. This can happen from time to time, mainly on shorter time frames. Some of the reasons the ATB would fail to enter you into their trade can be loss of internet connection, or your connection was too slow, or maybe your broker could not process all the orders in time. The ATB will try 20 times in rapid succession to place your order as soon as it has confirmation. However, if it cannot do so in those 20 attempts, it will stop trying. Again, then you can use a second chance button if you still want to enter the trade, and the ATB will take over and manage your trading plan as you have instructed it to. Scenario 2. Let's say that the ATB put you into a trade as instructed, and you hit your first take profit, then your final take profit. The trend is still going well, and it's well inside the go zone. And it still looks like there's not going to be coming out anytime soon. So you would like to put on a second trade. At this point, the second chance button will not work because you've already taken your final take profit. So what you would do is you would right click your chart, hit template, save template. Just name the template now. Hit save. Then right click, go to template, click on now. Now your bot has been reset. Your trading plan's reset, and you can enter the trade immediately just by clicking the take the second chance button. It will put you in here, and it would manage your trade with the same take profit levels that you put in before, and it would manage the trade as if the ATB just entered a brand new trade. I would highly recommend playing with this feature when you're paper trading. Section 9, when to trade. Before we get into section 9, I did mention in the video earlier about the 75% on the setup. This is the reason I use 75%. I exit the go zone. Here you see the bot would have put me in here, would have brought me out here, but for a loss of around 16, 17 points. Okay, however, I would only lose 75% of that, which would have been about 12 points. The last 25% would have remained on until it came out here, which is about 112 points. So I would have lost 12 points. I would have ended up 25% of that 112, which is around 27 points. So this little losing trade, if I took 100%, I would have lost 16 points, ends up being a 15-point winner. That, in a nutshell, is why I do 75-25. I do have a more complete explanation on the 75-25 on another video in the Go Zone Trading Academy. Now on to when to trade. The Go Zone ATB is a very strong tool to execute your trading plan without emotions or fear. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You can't put this on several markets on a short time frame, walk away from it, let it run 24/7, and think you're going to become a millionaire. You will not. You will lose money. The Go Zone ATB was developed to help you manage your trading plan more efficiently. You still need to know your market. As good as a Go Zone ATB is, it cannot control the market conditions. You need to know when your market is most apt to move and trade those prime trading hours and try to avoid the consolidation periods. Prime trading hours normally start about an hour before cash markets open and go for about an hour or so after the cash markets open. Sometimes they go longer. If you're in a trade, you're in a good trend and in a good go zone, you let it run until it comes out and then close out the trade and be happy. Full disclosure, the Go Zone ATB was not developed to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is a great tool and it will make your trading much easier, but it is a tool. You still have to put some effort into it as well. Section 10, the closing. If you made it to the end of this video, well done. That is a good sign that you're committed to improving your trading. The Go Zone ATB is a great tool. Like any tool, the more you use it, the better you'll get at using it. Therefore, you should not skip the paper trading step before going live with this tool. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, paper trade the Go Zone ATB on a demo account until your demo account grows. Once this happens, you should be ready to go live. I know this can be exciting and you want to jump in right away into a live market to start building your fortune, but skipping this all-important paper trading step will be a huge mistake. Keep an eye out on the Go Zone Training Academy for any additional training videos for the ATB, and sign up for your free countdown timer on our website so you will not miss out on any future live webinars we connect. That concludes our presentation for today. You can probably understand why we're so excited about the Go Zone ATB. If you have any questions, please go to our website. The link is in the description below, or simply go to gozonetrading.net and then to our contact page, send us an email or call. I would like to thank you for your time. Until next time, good luck with your trading.